I just try not to look at any pictures. Just look at my camera, like I'm gonna make out with it.
The before show clip.
Sorry, everyone.
That's
what you get.
It should start with that. Just you going, oh.
Unsubscribe.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the JRPG Pursuit, a podcast for all things JRPGs. I'm Emily.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Abdallah.
And today we have quite the topic for you about our struggles trying to balance all the games coming out.
The struggle is real.
Struggling.
Many.
I'm having a hard time, guys.
And not just with JRPGs, but other really cool genres. But today we thought we'll sit down, talk about some strategies when it comes to getting through a lot of cool games all at once.
Or lack thereof.
Whether we're successful or not was said, strategies is to be said. However, I think it's good to talk about this. And we'll love to hear.
I hope that I learn a lot from you guys today because
I'm struggling too for multiple reasons.
It's rough out here.
So rough.
It's
but
a lot.
Anyway, I guess should we start off by saying what we're currently playing? Maybe that will you just start it? You would like to go?
We should. While Dalla, you go first because I need to check whether I'm allowed to say what I'm playing right now.
Whoops.
Yeah. Well, I just got off I've been playing Final Fantasy Tactics, which I just reviewed. And I've been playing a couple of other games that I can't get into just yet. But stay tuned though. Stay tuned. But a lot of these games are pretty big, and so and as a JRPG fan, there's
I guess what they are.
Huh? Yeah, if you
could guess what they are.
You guys can probably guess the games that are coming out soon. I'm playing them for the most part, and so it's there's just a lot going on there, and trying to balance, especially when you look at it from a content creation perspective as well. I think it's very difficult. Yeah, there's not a lot of leeway, and there's these games. It's not like we're not talking about 15 to 20 hour games. These are 60
substantial games.
Yeah, 60
baby
plus
games
hour
we call
games.
those are baby games. Baby games for babies.
Those are
games.
Those are like palate
and big
cleansers.
girl games. Yeah, those are the ones we do when we're like, I need a break. I need a break from playing real games. I'm gonna play a baby game. No, I'm just kidding. Don't get mad. I'm just kidding. I like short games so much, you guys. I've talked before about how much I like short games. It's just
short games for the win.
Yes.
We know what? There's nothing wrong with a short king or queen.
No, I love a short king. We stand him. We stand him.
But yeah, at the end of the day, so there's a lot going on. We're all playing a lot of different games, and I'm playing them. And I'm definitely struggling. I was talking to Brandon earlier as we were jumping on here. In the last 3 hours before our recording, I was sitting there jumping from game to game to kind of play a little bit of each of them as I go through them. As keep kind of moseying my way through, which is not a typical way of how I play a game.
Yeah. How has that been? Do you feel that there's any benefit to that? Sample style? It's
it depends on what I'm. Yeah, there's some good sampling. It depends on the game I'm playing. If it's a game I can pick up and drop very quickly, in spurts, then it's great. I can do little bits and pieces of it as I keep going, and then also play something else that I also need to juggle. I don't generally do that in a lot of my own personal life. I tend to kind of focus on one game and just play straight through, even if it takes me forever. Because I remember when I was playing Daybreak, it took me forever to play Daybreak, and I didn't play anything else. So I was just kind of.
You enjoyed it, right?
I enjoyed
I think that's part of it.
Exactly.
I think when you enjoy a game so much, you want to focus on that one game and get through the narrative to see what happens.
Exactly, and so from my perspective, when you're dealing with a bunch of heavy hitters and you don't have to make any content around it, so this is just you and your personal time, you're just playing these games. It's at the end of the day, these games, they're gonna we're in a situation for these last 2 months or these next month and a half or so. There's a lot of different games that we're gonna have FOMO for, but at the end of the day, those games aren't gonna go anywhere. You can buy them now. You can buy them later. You can just prioritize the ones that you really love and just play through them, and then slowly create a bigger backlog. I mean,
yeah, I think the whole FOMO buying, it can happen. Why are we laughing?
It's like really good advice train just derailed.
I wanted to add on to it. That's all. No. Because it's like FOMO stuff.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the FOMO stems from, I think, a lot of physical collectors, especially, I think, in this niche.
Yeah.
Because we're always afraid, is it going to go out of print, or price is going to skyrocket? It's going to be impossible to get a hold of for a decent price. I feel like that's less of a concern with most of these releases coming out right now.
Yeah.
And sometimes waiting pays.
Yeah.
Because you can get them for cheaper.
Yeah.
Or you might even get a better version at some point.
True.
A lot of them do definitive versions later on, or, half the price.
Games that are going to have DLC are more likely to get like that Game of the Year edition or whatever, whatever they want to call it.
I don't know if I've seen a Game of the Year edition for a long time. I feel like that's
maybe
outdated
nomenclature, but like the complete edition or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like for instance,
put all the DLC in there.
I would say like a retail version. Like if it came out, let's say a limited print run, and then you usually see a better retail version come out.
Like for instance, like Digimon and Cyber Sleuth, like that came out with like if you waited down the line, you can get now the pack that has all of it with that and Hacker's Memory, and so like there are benefits to waiting. If you don't feel the need that you have to play that right now.
Yeah, for sure. And then also the Switch version of that collection had some benefits, because if you wanted to farm your Digimon and, have them have desirable traits and whatnot, you're able to just have your Switch on sleep mode. Whereas that wasn't really the case with other consoles before that.
Yep, I'm aware of that.
And saving time.
Saving time is nice. But what do you guys playing? What are you guys doing?
How about you, Brandon?
I am playing Final Fantasy Tactics, Ivalice Chronicles, of course, and I've started now Atelier Wrestleriana. I just started it last night, so I am not far. Can you share
some first impressions?
Yeah, it's very different than Yumiya. It is the more classic like turn-based style. I really like how it kind of takes that idea of turn bonuses from Trails, incorporates those. I've never seen another game do that, and it's such a smart idea. I love it. People should steal this. Cool. So I'm glad they're stealing it. I think
there's so many parallels to Trails, I felt, with all the combination moves and messing around with the timeline speeds and all that.
Yeah.
That's cool to see.
Some parts of the presentation make it feel a little more like a budget game to me than like Yumiya did, which is strange because
cheaper.
It is cheaper. It was made by Team Ninja, which is very strange. That they made this game. It does not seem like in their wheelhouse at all. But I mean, it's good so far. But I've only played a little bit, so I don't really have much to say. But other than that, I have a couple other things that are under embargo. But good stuff. Good stuff this fall.
Lots of good stuff.
Yeah. How about you, Emily?
Yeah, I've been making my way more through Trails in the Sky first chapter and doing a long stream on that. I think we're at the 50-hour mark, but still in chapter 3.
Chapter 3, yep.
Yeah, it's going to take a process.
It's been fun. Yeah. Talking to all the NPCs, narrating it all, it does take time. So for those juggling extensive backlogs, I don't recommend streaming games. They take so much more longer to play them.
Especially if it's a
JRPG.
Fun,
though. It's fun, though.
Yeah.
I don't, I'm not mad I'm doing it. But
no, it's just not good advice if you want to go quickly. Don't stream if you want to go quickly.
No. Don't stream.
There's certain types of games, if you're playing any other game that isn't a JRPG, that's low narrative. When I played Ninja Gaiden on stream, that was that's a simple game. There's dialogue and stuff, but you kind of just speed through that. And so you can.
Well, I don't know. I played Hollow Knight, and I took a long time to play that, but
that's just because it's hard.
That's a meaty
I did
game.
beat it though.
Yeah.
I recently beat it.
Yeah,
at 71%.
Hell
nice.
Yeah, 71's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if percentage really matters. It just means the percentage that you completed. So
the map or whatever.
I guess you could have had a lower percentage and then beat the final boss.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's better. I don't know how that works.
Yeah. I mean,
I felt accomplished. So
hey.
that was a nice
I gave up. I tried twice in that game, and I gave up. I was like, nope. Nah.
We saw what happened with me and Silksong at PAX, where I had the.
It plays differently. Yeah. I will say that
it does feel a little bit different.
The Nintendo rep called me out for my inability to play Silksong. She was just like, "Did you die already?" I was like, "Oh man!"
I just think she couldn't believe it. She's like, "Did the game mess up? Did we have a glitch? What happened?"
And
I think she was hardcore judging. Tone was hardcore judging.
And she
I was just trying to make him feel better, Emily.
No. But really sank it in is not her just saying that, but it was like the follow up to that was like, it took you longer to get to that part than it did for you to just die soon after. Like it was just like you immediately died after you spent so much time going through the intro of like making your way through this labyrinth, and then you just like died right
immediately. Yeah.
Immediately died.
Immediately.
I was like, oh, this is embarrassing.
That's funny.
Don't look at me.
Well, I'm sorry to run into the problem, though, in streams. I'm trying to do a lot of first impressions of new releases, but I have no time to go back to them and play them. So I also started the new Atelier Restaurana. Loved it. Yeah. But I don't think I'll be able to go back to it because I just have a whole plate of games I have to stream and then also play Final Fantasy Tactics, the remaster, in my spare time. It's becoming impossible, I think.
Do you think eventually you'll go back to Atelier in your spare time?
Yes. I am hoping I finish it before the end of the year, but we'll see. As long as there's no like a ton of new releases being announced, I think it's manageable because it's definitely one I want to finish this year. Yeah. But there's other games coming out, like
I know
the new Tales of Xillia. Like I never played that before, that remaster. I was thinking that could be my next. Yeah, my full RPG playthrough because I imagine I'll finish Trails by then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I also want to get some survival horror in because it's October, spooky season,
spooky times.
Have you guys picked up Silent Hill F?
I've picked it up.
Not yet.
It's taunting me on my coffee table right now because I can't play it because I've got too much going on. But yeah, I'm very excited to play it. I just can't believe that Silent Hill's back, you guys. Just as a quick aside. Silent Hill's back, and I'm so happy.
It's like
they're remaking the first one now as well, like, and it's a brand new one they just put out, like from Japan, like right, like
I
don't know how many
Japanese horror too.
Yeah, and it's like
back?
Actual Japanese horror, like they're making Silent Hill again. Like, and the movie, I don't know if the movie's going to be any good, but I actually kind of liked the first movie, so I'm happy that Christoph Gans is coming back to direct because he knows how to. Even if you could say that the story did not work out well in that movie, it looked and sounded like Silent Hill, and he nailed that perfectly.
The atmosphere of that movie was like very much Silent Hill, and I enjoyed the heck out of it. It's actually been on my list of like rewatches I have to do.
I've seen it like 3 times, and for a movie that's generally considered not very good, like it's really not bad.
For like it was like one of the few like video game like movies early on that was actually good. Until recently.
Yeah. But anyway,
let's look at October though. Maybe like what games are coming out that we're looking forward to.
Yeah.
How are we prioritizing them? Which ones are we actually planning to play?
October
Which ones are we maybe going to skip?
Is Dragon Quest 1 and 2, right? Is that October?
End of October.
End of October.
Yes.
The 30th.
Yes. So we have that. For those who are really happy for Ghost of Yote is coming out for a lot of people who are looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to
it's coming out during spooky season because it's about a ghost and it sounds real scary.
Yeah.
I really want to play that, and it's gotten so far good reviews from the ones that I've seen come out so far. I'm just trying to think what else is coming out in October. Well, there's Digimon coming out.
Digimon Time Stranger.
Yes.
Little Nightmares 3.
That's true. Which
Pokemon
is
Legends.
Very scary.
Oh yeah. That's a very scary game.
Ninja Gaiden 4 for those interested.
Spooky. Spooky times.
The Outer Worlds 2, our Western RPG represent.
Yes.
I think I just picked up the first
Quest.
One on sale.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Nice. I've been curious about them. I feel like I need to give Western RPGs more of a shot.
Like, I think you would enjoy.
I've only really played The Witcher.
Yeah, The Witcher's very good, and it's like it doesn't fit quite into the Bethesda sort of style.
No,
I know that the Outer Worlds isn't Is it Bethesda? No.
I know it's I always Obsidian.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Obsidian.
Which was like the original Fallout creators, was people from that formed Obsidian.
Yeah, they're similar, but not the same.
Similar, but not the same. Yeah,
they did like New Vegas, and that was like one of the most popular Fallouts.
And that is very, very upsetting to Bethesda. They don't like that the fans like New Vegas so much
because it was
right.
Anyway, yeah.
I think you would like Emily. I think you would like the Outer Worlds. It's
I think I would too. The humor looks fun.
Yeah, it's it's interesting. I think it would stream well too, so it probably might be right.
Probably.
Yeah.
Hey, Xbox. You know how to find me.
Yeah. Come at your girl, Emily. Hit her
I'm
up.
more open to streaming.
Exactly.
More games. But I guess after Dragon Quest, we talked about Tales of Xillia Remastered.
Yes.
Are you guys going to pick that up? Or
I'm going to pick it up.
It already?
I've played it, but I'm going to pick it up 100% because to just support it. I think it's great that they're bringing these games back.
Yeah.
And it is one of my favorite. It's in my probably top 3.
Yeah.
Top 3? Yeah. Top 3 Tales
it's
of.
one of my favorite Tales of games. I really enjoyed that. So I'm definitely going to pick it up.
That's nice.
Whether I play it right away.
I'm looking forward to it as my first Tales of game, I think.
Yes. You'll have a good time with it. It's both of the protagonists are really good. And the narrative is fun. And it plays really well too. So I think it's all around a good, solid game for being your first Tales of game.
Yeah. Be interesting. Back to back after playing Trails, now we'll play Tales, which everyone confuses the two if you don't play them.
Tales of. But like Brandon and I were like even talking about it earlier today. We're lucky enough that November, December is looking
fairly light.
A
little dry. Which I'm like, but I say that in most like the most exhale, ooh. I need time to recover. Also time to just play games that I want to play.
Right.
Yeah,
that's going to be I already told Brandon, that's when I'm going to jump into probably Ghost of Yotei, Silent Hill F and things like that I really want to play on this, not necessarily JRPG focused. Just take a little bit of time to play the other types of games that I want, since there's nothing right away I need to play during that period of time.
Okay. So I guess looking at October, which of these games that we've mentioned do you want to prioritize in October specifically?
Ooh, okay.
And which ones do you think you'll probably just skip outright? Probably not get to it. Forever banished to the backlog.
I feel like Tales of Xillia might end up in the backlog for a bit longer. I do want to play that sooner or later, but it might end up for in the backlog for me to come back to that because I'm not in a rush.
Because you played the original, right?
Yeah, I don't consider Tales of Xillia as being a backlog game when I buy it. It's not going in my backlog. I've already played it. I don't feel that pressure. It's
you have a more definitive version physically.
Yeah, it's when I want to replay it, then I will play that version
100%,
and enjoy it.
That's exactly it.
Makes
sense.
It's
kind of a relief. It's a purchase that it doesn't feel like a burden at all. It's just just gravy. It's just nice.
Yeah.
I'd probably leave off playing that one just because I've got new games that I need to get through.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Little Nightmares 3. I haven't played 2 yet, so I'm going to hold off on that.
Yeah, same here.
Do you think you had to play those in order? Because I was planning on streaming the first Little Nightmares, and then I don't have to either. Yeah,
I don't know that it's... I mean, there's a narrative, but it's kind of more...
on the back end?
Vague and through implication more than overt storytelling.
Yeah. I'm sure you can pick it up.
Pokemon?
Pokemon, I'm going to skip because I'm not really a Pokemon guy. So that's
I'm going to put it.
It'll convert you.
I don't know that. I don't know that this is the. I mean, if to be honest, watching you guys play it, if there was a Pokemon game that was going to convert me, it would probably be this one.
I think it would be this one too, based on what we played.
So
yeah.
Just the gameplay looks way more up my alley, and the setting is cooler, and it feels. I don't know.
It feels like there's more of a narrative.
A little more of a narrative, yeah.
What I remember Pokemon being.
Yeah.
So.
I always feel like Pokemon's it's an easy one for me if I do want to sneak it in, just because it feels like I always think of it as very handheldy. So I can I could pick it up and play for an hour and then just not play it for a little bit and then just keep coming back to it if I want to. It's not Pokemon never feels like it's pressing I need to beat this now. There's never because the narratives are never that extensively interesting that I'm I want to know how this ends because it's so
he's going to catch them all and be the very best that no one ever was. Like, of course, that's what's going to happen.
It's about the experience of playing Pokemon. Yeah. It's about like, catching things, building your own like, lineup of Pokemon, stuff like that. So it's more of a like, play as you go. But
it's good to have a series that doesn't insist upon itself like some games do. You know what I mean? Like where it's like you have to dedicate all of this time like in big chunks, or you're not going to know what to do. You're not going to know what's happening, where to go. You might forget how to play. You ever had that where it's like you put a game aside for a while and you come back and you're like, I don't even remember what button does what. Like, how am I supposed to do
I usually end up restarting that game.
Because we don't have instruction manuals anymore and the tutorials are already passed. And if you can't go back and look at tutorials, you're just like...
Yeah, they don't have menu options.
Right. It's like, okay, well, I'm stuck now.
It's like when I played... when Elden Ring had the DLC come out, and I was like, oh, maybe I should like start it up again and see how it feels. And I started it up, and I was like, I turned like went to my character, and I was like, I forgot how to play this now, and I'm literally I'm the worst at it right now. Like I'm so bad at it because I've forgotten everything. Like muscle memory is all gone, and so like I was like, I think I need to start over to learn it again, just to get good again.
But Dragon Quest. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say for Pokemon, I think because I'm the only one here that doesn't have the Switch 2, I'm going to pass on it for now.
That's true.
But I may pick it up later when I eventually get a Switch 2, because I think while it will play on the Switch 1, it's probably best to wait for the Switch 2.
You saw how Violet
for the better experience.
Yeah. There's no way that it runs better on Switch than
I
Pokemon
can't imagine
Violet
it playing that
Scarlet.
well on the Switch 1.
I can't imagine it runs. The
Period.
Switch one, how that's going to be, because like
it chugs.
Yeah.
Even Pokemon.
And the nice
Violet.
thing about waiting, specifically for Pokemon, is sometimes because they already announced the DLC, they might announce a physical with the DLC, like they have for the last few Pokemon games they've had on the Switch.
Yeah,
right.
And also, there's the possibility of that there's extensive patches post launch. Those will be on the revised cart. So that's one of the advantages of the first party Nintendo games waiting.
Yeah, I agree.
You're a physical collector.
Yeah, totally agree. I think what Brandon was alluding to, though, is the game that we want to play probably is Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remaster.
Yes.
So for anyone who hasn't played the HD 2D remaster of 3, do you think this might be a good starting point, or should they go back and play 3?
Yeah, it's fine.
Because that's kind of, I've seen both ways.
Yeah, it's fine either way. The way that they're setting it up is they want you to play 3 first because it's technically the earliest. And I think you get some like kind of pointless bonuses 1 and 2 if you have save data for nothing like that important, but they're further emphasizing that they want you to play 3 first. But it doesn't really matter. Like originally those games came out 1, 2, 3. So
right. Prequels are nice though. Like sometimes I prefer having that as like a reward, after playing maybe the first 2. But
yeah, I can imagine
that they did that.
Like they've basically, for anybody who didn't know, they kind of let the cat out of the bag that 3 is a prequel. Like they've basically
that's how they market it.
How they're advertising it.
That way.
Which I was thinking, like if I had been a kid playing that game and get to that part in 3 where you realize that it's a prequel, that would have blown my mind. My little mind.
Know.
Yeah.
I know.
But I definitely
stole the thunder there.
It did a little bit, yeah. But I definitely need to play Dragon Quest 1 and 2 because Dragon Quest 1, very important game for me personally.
Yep.
And Dragon Quest 2 is legit one of my favorite Dragon Quests in the series. Very cool. Excited to see what they changed.
Yeah, I like Dragon Quest 1, very important game for me as well. Growing up, wonderful game and everything. I would love to play through that, but at the same time, like I've never played Dragon Warrior 2 at the time on the NES. I never played that one. So like this is my chance now to finally sit down and play it. And it looks like, they're adding a lot of really interesting stuff to it. So I'm excited. I'm excited to play through it. And God, it looks so good. It looks so beautiful. And I gotta beat that lighthouse, like from the demo. Like I need a redemption arc. I need a redemption arc for that.
Ellen does either because of the electricity issues or because it was hard and they underleveled us.
So Brandon says.
I was on my way to victory.
He was like Chad over his shoulders, like you were doing great. Well, I was sucking because my healer like died right away. I'm like, well,
that's some bad luck with some of the spells in that game. Can just KO you instantly.
It wrecked me. I was like,
fun.
oh, well, I could go swim across the ocean, revive my healer, but that would take up too much time.
Yeah, we were time limited for sure.
And then the power outage happened. It's like, huzzah, I don't have to embarrass myself by,
oh, shucks, I guess I can't keep going.
Oh, man. I made it through that labyrinth so easily. And then I got wrecked by the boss.
Yeah.
Well, because
because he uses thwack. Anybody who doesn't know, thwack is a spell that has is it 20% or 20% chance of killing you in one hit?
And it killed
Death blow.
It KO'd 2 of my characters, one of them being the healer.
Yeah, so you
were done. At that point, I was like, all right, that's it. And like Chad saw me, he was like sitting there going like, he's standing like right above me, and he was like, oh God. Well, at least you got here.
Hope you had fun.
You got further than I did.
Yeah, at least you made it to there. So I'm like, yeah, I guess that's true. I'll take it. it.
Yeah, I feel like I need redemption. I would like to play it. I don't know. Because I do want to play more horror games in October. Yeah, it's going to have to contend with that. And also, of course, finish Trails in the Sky at my pace. I might have to take up to that point.
Yeah. If it was 50 hours to get to chapter 3, if you assume the same amount, you might be at like 80 probably by the time you're done.
Yeah, I'm thinking probably another 30 hours.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Like, so I haven't been to the onsen yet. I'm like almost there.
Yeah.
Okay. That helps, yeah.
So you're about almost halfway through chapter 3.
What level are you? Like how do you like
30 something?
Do you grind on stream at all, or do you just like?
No, I feel like it's hard to grind.
It's hard to grind in that game.
That game does not let you grind. Yeah, like there's no grind.
You don't really grind. Except for Sepith.
Yeah,
I did a little bit when I was like mindlessly doing. I don't remember what I was doing. I ended up grinding. I think I was on a call with you guys. It was when I couldn't get Final Fantasy 14 to work that one time. So I was just grinding then, and I actually did like gain a couple of levels, and I felt like that overpowered me for a good chunk of the game.
I'm surprised. Interesting.
Yeah.
You got some shiny palm.
I did get a few shiny palms in there.
It's true. Shiny palms are great.
Those are great. But anyway,
so much easier.
So there's a lot of games coming out. December has Octopath Zero for anybody who's interested in that.
That's true.
I think, fortunately, like we said, November's a slower time. Perfect
December
opportunity in December. Other than Octopath, it's pretty dry. And if you're planning on skipping Octopath because it's not your thing, hey, more power to you. Then you have more time. But yeah, like I was wondering, like, if we wanted to talk about particular strategies for using the time that we do have in between big releases to like get through some of these things. One that I've been thinking about that I feel like gets a lot of pushback online in general because people online are, how they are. But that's if the game has an easy mode option, play the game on easy. Right? Like if I need to hurry through a game and I just want to experience it, I know how it plays. I may like it. I may not like it. Kind of irrelevant. I can put it on easy, and then I'm not going to get stopped by tricky bosses or what I'm less likely to. Final Fantasy Tactics showed me that that's not a guarantee that that I'll never die.
There were some battles in that game, even on when I switched it to easy mode. Still got me.
But part of it's like I don't want to lose a character, so it's like if I lose a character, then it's like, well, this is a restart. So
because I've got my my characters that I've like been holding on to this whole time, and they're just they're mine.
That's my team. That's my crew.
That's me. I can't lose one, and so I restart whenever I lose. If I lose anybody,
they got to stay with me.
Yeah.
But so playing on easy mode is a potential strategy to just like, if you want to experience the game, you're there primarily for the narrative. You're not necessarily there to be challenged, and that's fine. Totally valid reason to play a game is just to have fun and enjoy the story. Then play it on easy mode. Don't listen to people on the internet saying that you're not a real gamer or whatever, which is such a goofy thing to you're not a real gamer. Okay.
You're not.
I will say, like,
I find that
you also don't have to from the start play on easy. Like you could just get to like wherever you enjoy up to a game. If it starts to, wear on you, knock it down a level if it lets you. And I've done that multiple times. I did that with OG Final Fantasy 7 because I was enjoying it on normal mode and doing like all the materia systems, and then I reached a point where I felt a little fatigue. I'm like, let's get through this so I could play the remake.
Yep.
And just switched to all the quality of life.
All the quality of life stuff. Yeah.
No shame in that.
And that's the other thing. If it's a remastered, chances are you've got a lot of quality of life stuff. Like
Auto
no
battles,
shame in that. Use your quality of life stuff.
Yeah.
Like we obviously advocate pretty strongly for story on this podcast.
We do.
Now, obviously, that sort of advice isn't going to apply to somebody whose real joy is like the challenge of the gameplay.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
Which understandable.
Yeah. And I don't really have advice for that player because that's not me.
I feel like those players, they don't necessarily want to get through a lot of games because they really enjoy their quality time with a particular game.
They master a game.
So I don't think they feel this pressure of having to get through so many games. Maybe.
I feel like that's probably true.
That's my impression.
Those kind of people, like the people who are really big on that, they actually pride themselves on how many hours they spent on one game.
Yeah.
Like
800 hours or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's like, people who are really into like Elden Ring, like they'll be like, I spent 1,000 hours playing Elden Ring, and I can one shot. I can like no armor.
One-shot God.
Yeah, like basically, it's kind of wild. But from a perspective of like us, is like people who are trying to get through narratives or finish games. Who are the people who like to let's say I want to finish 30 games for the year, or like
or keep up with the new releases.
At least keep up with the new releases.
You're still in the conversation.
Yeah. So like there's you have the easy mode, which I mean honestly, why not?
Like, it's there for a reason.
It's there for a reason. Like if you're just trying to get through it, we're all older. We don't have a lot of time on our hands.
Adults.
We're
Speak
adults.
for yourself. I'm a young man. All right.
Youngest.
He's the youngest.
The youngest man.
And like you just like we have to work and do other things in our lives. Yeah. So it's just like we have like.
And even if you aren't a content creator, you still have other responsibilities and other hobbies you enjoy. So you don't have to feel like, you're shackled to these games all the time.
A lot of you out there, like, just you have your own personal lives. You got things you got to do,
If the game starts to feel like a burden, then I would almost say it's time to cut your losses and put it aside. And that's okay. That's okay. I've done that before.
It's totally okay.
Totally.
Yes,
fine.
I think that's like one. I've seen that like discussed a handful of times on the internet. Where like there's like that guilt of giving up, or not giving up, but like just setting aside a game if it's just not for
dropping
you.
It.
Yeah, like don't sit there and be like, well, maybe I'm going to give it another 15, 20 hours. Like no, like if you played it for like a good a chunk, let's say like even if it's like 3 or 4 or 5 hours, like and you realize that it's just not for you, it's okay. Like just drop it, because like you look at your backlog.
Value your time.
There's so much that you can pull from and be like, you know what? I didn't like this one. I'm gonna put, we're gonna chuck that out the window. I'm gonna pull something else from. There's like there's plenty of it's like
infinite backlog.
Exactly. There's plenty of things you can pull off that back shelf.
The case in point for me was I mentioned earlier, like Hollow Knight. I tried playing it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this isn't for me. I put it aside. Mm-hmm. And then like, because of the hype and everybody talking about how much they loved it and how much they were excited for Silksong, I was like, okay, I'm going to try it again because everybody is saying that it's great. And I don't deny that it is great. It's just not for me. But I was like, I'm going to try it again. And I kind of wasted another like 3 hours because I was like, no, I was right. This is not for me. I should have listened to myself the first time. And then I would have had those 3 hours to give to a game that I was really wanting to play, right? So
exactly,
it's totally fine to if a game isn't for you, it's not for you, or if you've decided you've gotten all you want out of this particular game and you are ready to put it aside, put it aside. Totally fine.
Yeah.
Totally fine.
Yeah. Like we don't all have to be completionists either. Like
That's
I
what I
like
was
to
gonna
usually
say.
build the credits.
Yeah.
But if there's some sort of weird, difficulty spike, I don't want to, bother. If they have, interesting story stuff at the end, I'll just watch on YouTube. Like I have no shame in doing that.
Yeah, I've gotten better with that over, as I aged. Because like, I always feel this guilt of like, I want to do it all. I want to experience it all.
Or sense of pride, right?
Yeah, it's like a pride thing.
Gotta
especially
do it myself.
Like, with trails and things like that. Like I want to get everything so I can get that after credit scene and whatever it needs to be. And so like, I think as I got into Daybreak, it was finally when I broke. It might have been Reverie, actually. I don't remember. I think it was Reverie where I was like, I don't actually have to do everything. Like, I actually I had to psych myself up to force myself to not do everything if I was not having fun with it.
Daybreak 2. I was like, I'm not grinding through that dungeon for the secret final boss thing.
I just didn't do that.
Ending or whatever. I was like, I'll watch it on YouTube. not doing it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I love the game, but like I don't have time to grind through however many dozens of levels of this dungeon.
I did the same thing in like Reverie. Like, I really enjoyed the dungeon, but like I didn't really, at the end I was like, you know what? I feel like I've gained everything I wanted to gain from it. I didn't do because like usually I'm like, I want to do all the levels. I didn't do all the levels, and I didn't do all like, I didn't win every card, match in that game too. But like
Vantage Masters.
Yeah.
You're not a fan?
No. I like Vantage Masters as a game, and like I played it quite a bit the first time I played Cold Steel 3, but then on subsequent playthroughs I was like, I don't know, I don't need to keep playing this.
I had to play them, but that's like the only card game I like in games, so that's why
it's by far my favorite card game in games.
It's my favorite. But in Reverie there was like a handful at the end that were just so hard to beat, and I was just like and I was like, at that point I was like, you know what, I was like, I realized at that point I was like, I don't know if I'm having fun trying to beat
if you're not having fun,
just like the really hard ones.
It's optional for a reason.
I know. I like the card game, and like up to a certain point I was like, but then I was like, I kept having to like redo it and trying to get it through it, and then I just had to tell myself like, don't, just stop. Just I had my own intervention of like, I'm just
you gotta put a hand on your own shoulder and be like, shh.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
You can move on.
It's okay.
You can let it go. Let it go.
Yeah, because I was like, we're so ingrained since the PlayStation 3 era, like when trophies became a thing, it became such a like an ingrained in our minds that like we want to get all the trophies, we want a platinum, we want to do all these things.
Really? I think because I missed that era. I didn't actually have that in my brain.
I used to
interesting.
I used to like doing that, and then like I had to actually like stop myself because I realized I'm like, it would take too long.
It gets a little too crazy.
That's like actually really. I hadn't thought about that, but that's a good point.
It just became so ingrained in my head, like that was just something you did. Like you wanted trophies, you wanted to say like I did these things, and you got the platinum.
And now Sony has like they let you like not monetize, but like
you could
reward you for your trophies. So they're like further encouraging you to just spend 1,000 hours on every game.
No, exactly.
And I've never been a trophy hunter, like even because I wasn't playing a lot of games during that era, but like, I
turned mine off, the notifications.
Yeah, I turned them off. I didn't like this stuff popped up in like a cutscene. I was playing I remember the time that I was like, this is it, I'm done. I was playing Assassin's Creed 2, and at the beginning of the game, the very beginning of the game, there's a cutscene where Ezio is born, and I got a freaking trophy for Ezio being born. It was a cutscene. I'm like, this is not. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
You got to that cutscene.
I love
Here's your reward.
Yeah.
I'm 20 minutes into the game. Hooray. I was like, no more. These are getting turned off. This is not happening.
Yeah. No, it's just interesting because like, I hear people talk about it online a lot where they just like,
there's a lot of trophy hunters.
There's a lot of trophy hunters, or they play a game because it's like they want to play an easy game to get a trophy or get
their Chivos. Get those Chivos.
Which is nothing against that. Like,
no.
There is that fun like metric. Like it's like
that's
RPG
a way to
brain.
master a game if you wanted.
Sure.
Yeah. And we love stats. Like, we play RPGs or things like that. So like when we want to see that number go up. And so like
make it get bigger. Yeah. I get it.
Like my mind generally wants to see that. So it took a lot of work for me to like move away from that as I realized where I was getting like swamped with games, and I just like wanted to get through them a lot faster.
Yeah. You had more joy playing the games rather than trying to master them.
Exactly. Like I kind of let go of the whole idea of like, I need to master this. It's fine. I'm not playing games that require mastering as much. Like sometimes I do, but like rare. Like the mythical like Elden Ring kind of game that I'll play once.
Elden Ring, for me was like relative to me, right? Like I put a lot of time into that, like getting good.
Same here. That was like one of the few games.
It's like a rare exception for me. Yeah,
exactly. I don't play.
But basically, anything that Miyazaki puts out, I'll probably. Well, I didn't actually like. What was Shadows Die Twice?
Oh,
what was it called?
What's on
the samurai-ish one?
The Seiko.
I don't know. You know what I'm talking about?
I think it's Seiko.
Sekiro.
Seiko's a watch company.
Yeah, Seiko they do make very nice watches. Sekiro.
I didn't play this
Sekiro.
This watch game.
It sounded something like that.
Yeah, I did not like that one. I got to Madam Butterfly or whatever her name is, and
well, I hear a lot of people yeet out of that one.
I was like, no, too hard. Don't like it.
I like it.
It was a little too different than the other Souls games. I was like, I can't adjust to these changes. I give up.
Can we take a moment to appreciate Emily's usage of yeet?
It felt very natural to me. I didn't even register. I was just like,
I heard it and I was like, you know what? It sounds like
eating right out of there for sure. Yeah.
Like that was a very natural like sentence for her.
I guess I use it too often.
That's what happens when you're a streamer now.
Funny, that's why I use it. Apparently, I become one.
Yeah, exactly.
But I guess you talked about some strategies about what's helped us, like a shift in mentality when it comes to what we need to accomplish in order to finish a game, lowering the difficulty or other kind of quality of life things just to maybe assist with a more pleasant run through of the game. Any other strategies you guys like to employ?
Honestly, it's like what we talked about previously in other episodes or just like in this episode as well, is that like don't burn yourself out and maybe try not to go back to back on like, let's say 180 hour to another 80 hour. Like exactly. It's like really try to pick and choose the games that you kind of like move on into to be more like maybe if it's a palate cleanser or something that's like easily
different genre.
Exactly. Either it's a different genre or it's maybe a more soft like indie experience that you can kind of get through within like 15 to 20 hours. Just something that's like that will help you just like
the short
relax.
Wins I think help a lot too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It helps you mentally, like because like if you're like stuck in these 80-hour games and you're going back to back with them, at some point it's just a slog. You just get exhausted. And then all of a sudden you have like a moment where you don't play games for like 2 weeks and you're like, I can't touch it. And I felt like that before. I know. I've done it. Like it wasn't not that long ago where I was like, I just like stopped playing for like at least 2 months.
I know like Emily and I both had a gaming doldrums coincidentally around the time shortly after Final Fantasy 16 came out. I don't know if that's related.
Yep.
But yeah, I think we both were feeling a kind of a burnout. But yeah, exactly. Like there needs to be like a rhythm to the things you do. It's not just video games, right? Like if you're doing the same thing every day with no change, like you are going to get burnout on whatever that thing is.
Yeah.
Everything has a balance too. Like it definitely helps, I think, drive, interest so that you're not just complacent doing the same thing, getting bored.
If you only play JRPGs, I would encourage you to try another genre, like pick up a platformer, ukulele or something. I don't know, like something straightforward.
Yeah.
But
I do think you can have variety within JRPGs.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. But if you never play anything other than JRPGs, I think a good start is just to try a different genre altogether. And then you can always mix in shorter JRPGs. Play Suikoden. That's like a 15-hour game. Yeah. If you're not like trying to, again, max everything. There's plenty of short. I wouldn't say plenty, but there's a decent number of shorter JRPGs
or just narrative games. Like
narrative
honestly,
games.
I started early on, like earlier today. I started just like start up To the Moon again, just so I can play through that before the new game comes out. And so like I was like, it's been quite a few years. So I'm like, it's a 4.5 hour max like experience.
Yeah.
And so like it's games like that. Like you can just experience something. It's not gonna stress you out, other than the fact that I'm playing on my Steam Deck and it does not run well on the Steam Deck. Well, I mean, it runs fine. It just like there's like those sequences in To the Moon where you have to like fix the picture. It doesn't. That is wonky.
It doesn't do it well.
That's not good.
That's too bad.
So it doesn't like it. It takes a much longer period of time to get those puzzles down. But it's like those kind of things. Like focus on like if you love narratives, you can branch out to like more of a narrative. Like what's that one game, Brandon, that you like? Those like they're making a TV show for it. About the girl.
Oh, Life is Strange.
Life is Strange. Yes, exactly. Like those kind of games. Like there's a Telltale games. Those are fun like experiences.
And those are great too because they're episodic, right?
Exactly.
So you want to like play an episode of this game and finish it, and then play another game, and then a week later, like just like a TV show, right? Like watching an episode every week, play the next episode, right? It's 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours. It's like kind of like watching a movie. So that's a great strategy, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it just helps you get through these, like, the biggest thing is like, you just don't want to burn out. And that's like, that can happen
because then you have to recover. Easily. Then you have to recover, and then you're not playing any games. And
and then it's just like, it just like screws up your momentum. You get stuck in the bigger backlog at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think another thing that's related is also not trying to play all the games at once.
Right.
Yes.
I think maybe juggling like a couple games could be okay.
Yeah.
But trying to dabble in everything, it gets you nowhere if you really want to finish and complete games.
I know our friend Paige, aka Fem Trooper, will typically have a handheld game and a console game that she's playing at the same time. And that's she's balanced that out to work for her. And if you can do something like that, then even better, because then you're able to kind of push through 2 games at once. And
and I know she also likes to use her handheld game and prop it up on her treadmill. And so when she's exercising, she plays at the same time. That's a way to, fit in some gaming.
I did that the other day.
Yeah? How'd that work out?
I didn't faceplant, so it worked really well.
So I tried it one time and I almost did. So I was like, I don't think I can do this.
Don't run. Maybe walk on the treadmill.
Yeah, maybe walking would be a little better.
I made sure it was like a 3 mile per hour, like a nice brisk walk,
a brisk stroll. Yeah,
it works with our Discord. We right now on our Discord, we have a challenge going for everyone who has this app called the Fantasy Hike.
Yeah,
and it's basically a non-copyright version of the Lord of the Rings app to help you out, getting some extra steps in every day.
Yeah, exactly. So we've been having a lot of fun in the Discord, just like keeping track of how how we're all doing.
Yep. And I think some people are getting some walking pads now, and maybe going to be playing or watching like episodes and stuff while they get some steps in. So
and that's the beautiful thing.
One way to maybe help with the issue with fitting in games.
Exactly. And especially since like JRPGs, like, if you ever need to feel the need, like, oh, I need to grind a little bit, just hop on the treadmill, grind it out while you're just walking, getting some steps in and things like that. Like,
and if you're healthier, your physical body will be healthier. It's also going to help your mental health. And then I just feel like that's positive to your perspective on how you're tackling your backlog too. Because I don't know about you guys, but like I have gotten so deep into the backlog and like feeling overwhelmed that it makes it hard to even play because you just feel overwhelmed. So like,
yeah, exactly.
A burden.
The burden of it, like
sitting on your shoulders, always there.
Yep.
So taking care of your mental health and your physical health, I think actually legit does help with that too. Helps with everything.
So. Yeah. And if you have like a burden of like physical games, I always advocate for a purge. I feel so much better after a purge, to be honest.
Oh my gosh.
And reorganizing my shelves.
I sold 2 big batches of games over the last year, once out of necessity and once out just because I was like, it's time. And it truly is like,
it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Accepting like certain things where it's like, I accept that I bought this game and I am never going to play it.
Yep.
If you like said you would pay me $100 to play this game, I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to do it. So it goes out the door and I feel better.
And for me, like, I don't know, this is not like the same for everybody. But for me, as like a physical collector, or like I like to own things physically, it does help me be more meaningful with how I play games. Because like for me, I always find it hard to focus in terms of digital, because I'll just like, because you're just constantly, I'll go on as I go to like choose the game on the digital like store or like on Steam or on whatever it is. I see other things and I'm like, oh, I should play a little bit of that, things like that. But like if I have a physical game that I'm putting in my system, like I'll be more meaningful and just like, I'm going to play that game and that's going to be the game I play. Minus,
I don't want to take it out just yet and get off the couch.
Exactly. It's like it forces me. My laziness forces me.
It's all the way over there.
Yeah. So like on the other side of the spectrum, instead of going on the treadmill and being healthy, you're like sitting on. So like after you've done all that and you're sitting on the couch, like relaxing. At that point, you're like, I don't want to get up and walk over to the TV and change that.
You're locked in.
Put it back on the shelf.
You're locked in. That's That's it. I'm gonna play this game. This is what it's like. It's too much
until
work.
we finish it.
Yeah.
And then we'll go over there and pick a new one.
Yeah,
exactly. Because like then you'd have to take it out, put it back on the shelf, and take another one out. Like it's just too much work, guys.
It's a nightmare. You're describing my nightmare.
Yeah. Like,
I will say though, for those who are digital only and having a burden of an extensive digital backlog, it's a little bit harder to, I think, to maybe give some advice about, how to narrow that or feel less burdened by that.
Yeah,
I think that's more of a shift of perspective of like you bought a library of possibilities rather than you're burdened by these games you have to play at some point.
I think the best.
So you've already committed to them.
Yeah,
you don't delete them. There's no point in doing that.
I think the best analogy to that as a physical is like ensuring that you have like maybe one game or a couple of games installed on your computer at a time. So you don't have to, so like maybe you have like, your long game that you're playing through, but then if you have like those like, cozy game that you maybe play here and there, or like if you play a multiplayer game, like, Final Fantasy 14 or whatever it is, that's always there. You have that there, but like just limiting the amount of games that you just have installed on your computer will just kind of help you focus a little bit more.
I'm curious. How many games do you guys have installed? I could count mine right now, and it's kind of embarrassing.
Too many. I can look at it right now. I have 42.
Where does it say how many are installed?
In Steam, all the way at the top, you can like filter by locally installed, or there's filters that you can filter by like.
If I include Fortnite, I'm at 25.
Yeah. I have like 42, which I probably need to delete, just like uninstall like a bunch of these because that's also like me reminding myself.
I can install Hollow Knight. I just beat this.
49.
So that's one less.
49.
Because that's also saving me space on my computer. I probably don't need to have all that like get taken up right now.
But one thing I was going to say about the about digital games is you can hide, at least in Steam, you can hide games.
Yes, make folders.
Yes,
create a folder, or you can straight up like say hide. Like I've done that for some games that I had free, that I'd gotten free, that I'm never gonna like. I don't really want them. Just right click, and then is it manage? Yeah, manage, hide this game, and then it's still there. And if you ever want to pull it back up, you can. But it falls off your list. It's not a physical like burden in front of your face. Like it's a 100%. Mental trick, but like. The great thing about the brain is it's smart enough to think of ways to trick itself, and it's dumb enough to fall for those tricks. So take advantage of the way your brain works, and just hide the stuff that you don't want to have, that you don't want to do.
Yeah, exactly. Think of the psychology behind that all. Definitely, I think it'd help.
No, exactly. Sure. So there's like
any final thoughts on this? I think we've had some pretty good advice. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to think of anything.
I think that's good advice. But I think at the end of the day, just enjoy the time you have with your games. It doesn't really matter how many you get through.
Yes.
I think as long as you're enjoying your time, that's time well spent.
Exactly. Like we've already talked about throughout this is like the second it becomes a chore or it becomes like not a fun experience is
a task
is the moment that you probably need to reevaluate yourself and like, is this the game I need to be playing? Is this how I need to be playing? And then maybe figure out like what fits your own, because everybody's different, guys. Like I'm not going to sit here and say like what I do is going to work for you. Like it's just not. It's not going to work. We're not wired the same. I think we could
also, improve upon how we do this.
I'm terrible at taking my own advice.
We are far from like the authority. So like, if you have ideas, thoughts, whatever,
let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comments. Other people could benefit from that too. So please, by all means, drop your advice in the comments. I
guess one thing also I could note, I did do a tier ranking list of upcoming releases to help prioritize which ones I want to play or buy. So I did in that video also have, I did a tier ranking list. So you could actually use that yourself if you want to, help prioritize recent releases, to just organize, which ones you want to emphasize on, which ones, you could wait on.
Yeah.
Or like a sale or something.
Oh, so you saved that?
That could be a resource you could use.
You saved that people could... Okay, so it's in like the description or whatever of the video?
It's in the description, yeah. Cool. So anyone can use it if you like.
Yep.
Cool.
That's a good way to kind of like, roadmap yourself.
I think so.
Give yourself a roadmap.
Be a little bit more deliberate.
You have to put a game in a category, right? So you are making a decision.
You don't have to, but there's a category of like you're not interested. You can
that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying is like you are looking at all these games and you're like, I'm going to slot you into I am definitely playing this day one, or like I don't care about this game or whatever. So
exactly
that can help you with your sorting, with your management.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
it's a way to have a collective of all the upcoming games. Mostly, like I'm sure I missed something, but it helps you figure out which ones do I want to spend my time on, my precious time this year. Which ones maybe bump it to next year, the year after. Which ones we just not bother with.
Don't be like me and calling everything a day $1. Like it just like it catches up with you, and then you just
only
look
have
like
so many
a fool.
days.
Yeah, like I don't have
so many days, and you only have so many dollars. To be honest,
I know there's only one of me, and there's only one day at a time, and he is not liking it.
Finite dollars.
I'm writing checks. My dollar can't cash.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning into our little show. We really appreciate you. Thanks, especially to our members, as always, for supporting the show and making it possible. You guys are all great. I hope the Pursuer level members will stick around and check out the after show, which we will be going into. We actually recorded it. We're actually going to be recording it after the episode this week, unlike
no before show here.
No before after show this time. We're going to go doing it right. We're doing it right this time.
Correct.
Yeah, we're going right into it.
So thank you for your support. One thing I wanted to ask, and this goes out to not just the people that are listening on podcast apps, but also the people that watch on YouTube. One thing that I've noticed is that we've seen a lot of growth on the YouTube side, subscribers and members and everything, and we really appreciate you guys, and we think that's fantastic. One thing I have noticed though is that the podcast app stats have basically kind of stagnated. There hasn't really been any growth there for some time. So if you are willing, if you would go and leave a review on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, that's how those platforms determine which shows to kind of surface for people. It's not as rich of an algorithm as like YouTube has. So if you wouldn't mind going and leaving a star rating and a review on Apple Podcasts and or Spotify, that would actually help the show out so much.
I appreciate that so much.
Yeah, we really appreciate the reviews we have on there. And yeah, if you wouldn't mind throwing us a review, that would be great. Is there anything else that we need to talk about before we say goodnight?
I think that's good.
That's it.
That's good for now.
All right.
We'll talk to you next time.
We'll have more cool stuff to talk about maybe next week.
Yeah, we're thinking of some things. So
got something cooking.
Be prepared.
Maybe. Anyway, good night, everyone.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.